Welcome back, my friends. We have another round of 30 minutes Pilates. If you want to add weights to this, grab your cans of food, or if you have weights, grab those. If you need a little extra cushion for some of the exercises we do on our hips or our side body, grab that. And additionally, I have a piece of my couch. A pillow would do, anything that we will be using later. So with that, we will begin. I'm going to start with a roll down, parallel position through the feet, circle the arms up, get a nice opening stretch through the spine, breathe into it, roll down through the spine, one vertebrae at a time. Feel free to bend into the knees and release the head over. Shake your head no, nod it yes. Find that release through the body. You're going to just hold your own elbows and kind of sway side to side here. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see this. A little bend in the knees, a little release side to side. Release the arms down, bend into one knee a little bit more and open the other arm up toward the sky, getting a bit of rotation through the spine here, as well as a stretch through those hips, hamstrings, glutes. Bend into the other knee, same thing. Try to connect in with your breath as you do this, repeating this pattern just a couple of times each side, going lightly through it, finding those places where we have a little bit of tension, try to breathe into them, and then let that go. So nothing is too forced or too intense, just that mobility created through the spine, through the legs, and through the hips. I'm going to walk my hands out a little bit, walk my feet back, and find a plank position. You can come to a kneeling position here if you'd like just a little less intensity. And we're going to do a little bit of circling across the body. Now it's going to be hard to tell from the video, but I'm shifting my weight more toward my left hand, then toward my right, toward my back heel, left and right. So I'm drawing some circles here. And then we're going to reverse, starting to get some core stability and strengthening, some engagement across the shoulders and through the back and the spine. Then lower both of the knees down. Making sure that the shoulders are right over the wrist, the hips are right over the knees. We're going to round into the spine, let the head reach toward the tail, eyes to the thighs, and then lengthen back out to your neutral. And then going the opposite direction. Head and tail reaching up toward the ceiling, then back to our neutral. And we'll repeat that again. This is our warm-up, so we're noticing where we might have tension, little kinks through the body, and I'm trying to open and lengthen the spine to let some of that go. I'm going to just do one more time here. Hold this position, and then drop the hips back toward the heels and stretch across the shoulders. Slowly, we're going to roll up through the spine, one vertebrae at a time. I'm going to stand here and grab my weights. Feel free to grab yours if you'd like to use them. If you need a little extra stability, you can always have a chair with you. We're going to start in our parallel position. So just a few inches between the knees and toes. Our arms are going to go up overhead and then back down by the hips. So from the side, it looks like this, really, through those arms. Okay, so in our parallel position, we're bending into the knees, we're reaching those arms overhead, and returning back down. Now it's almost as though my back is actually up against this wall, and I'm bending and extending through the legs. So I literally have my back against the wall here. And from the side, you can see that I'm trying to keep my back upright. So not your typical squat-like position. We're going to do 4 more like this. Start to connect with your breath. 3, 2, finding that bend. And when we'll hold here, we're gonna do some small presses, small pulse overhead, small press through the legs. Breathe with it. We have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stretch that straight and come back to your start. Here we keep our parallel position but take a wide stance. And then with our arms, we're going to do a bicep curl. So as you curl your arms, you're bending in your knees. Try to make sure that you keep your elbows lifted. So we don't want our arms by our waist, we want them away from our waist. As you're going, connecting with your breath. Feel your core strong to support you. We have a couple more here. I'm doing about 10 to 12 is the goal. So if you're a little faster or a little slower than I am, then find your pace, stick with it. And we go into our pulses here. Little pulse through the arms, little pulse through the legs. Now if this irritates you through the neck and shoulder to have those arms up, you can do that by the waistline approach to the bicep curls. We have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stretch that all straight. And now we're going to come into our Pilates V. That's our first position if you're done any dance, but your heels are together, your toes are apart, making a V shape through the arms. Through the legs. And with the arms, I'm going to do a tricep press. So I'm bending and extending those arms, as well as bending and extending in my legs. The heels stay down for this. Check the rib cage. We don't want to pop it in front as we go. We want to line up our spine. As mentioned, we're going for about 10, maybe 12, somewhere in that vicinity. We're going to do just a couple more like this. Keep those heels down and pulse it out for 20. That's what we've been doing. Good, we're going to go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stretch it all the way straight. We keep the rotation through our hips. Take a wide stance now. And we're going to get into our deepest bend. And as we do that, we'll fold those arms in front of us and back out wide. As you're doing this bend, we still keep the length of the spine, keep the core engaged, and this time we're really focusing on our knees tracking with and over those toes. Ooh, I'm messing up my arms there. Find the bend across the hips and the knees and the ankles that works for you. So if you have any knee issues, you might limit your range. That was me. This is me showing you kind of a limited range. We'll go just a couple more here. Then we're going to hold and pulse it out. Little pulse, little pulse. Now if you want to, you can do a little bit of a different action through the arms. We're going to go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Should feel some good warmth moving through the legs. Here we'll do some abs. So I'm setting my weights down. I'm going to lay down on my back on my mat. In this position, we can go from a tabletop position through our legs or straight legs. It's up to you. I want you to know there's lots of variations and modifications. Hands behind the head and neck. I'm going to flex forward to start. So we're engaging in the core, Shoulders are sliding down. We're going to tap one foot down as we lower the head and lift it up. Then alternate. Inhale on your way down and exhale on your way up. Additionally, as mentioned before, you can go with a straight leg here. So if we have our legs straight, we're looking for a longer range and more challenge. If you don't need your hands behind the head and you want a little bit more challenge, then reach those fingers toward the toes. Additionally, you could grab a weight and lift it and lower it with the arms. We're going to finish with this one. Bring those knees in, hug them to the chest, and do a gentle rock side to side. Bring your hands back to your head and neck for that support. And then we're going to rotate, drawing the elbow toward the knee, as well as the other elbow toward the floor here. So we're getting that rotation through the body. You can go lower for more challenge. I'm feeling this in my abs. Hopefully you're feeling this in yours. We have 5, 4, 3, 2. We are doing our last one. Hug those knees in and roll yourselves up. We're going to do a side lying series now. If you need a little extra cushion for your hip, grab it here so that you're placing your hip down on it. And then the forearm is down for this so that the shoulder is over the arms. We want to make sure it's not away, but just directly underneath. Additionally, if you want to use your weights, you can use your weights. So this first part is going to be a 4-part series. We're going to lift the hips up and lower down. Lift and lower. Now, if you already know you'd like more challenge, you can extend those legs out and lift and lower. So you've got those two options. We're going for 10 of each, so we've done 5. That's number 6. We have 4, 3, 2. Now we're going to add a little bit of action to this. 1, as we lift, we're going to kick it out and then bring it back in. Lift, kick it out. Keep going with that breath. Tighten up through the core. We have 4 more. 3, 2. Now we're going to stay up for this next one. 1, hold here. Now we're going to lift and lower that top leg. We're going for 10 again. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Stay lifted here. Circle it out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Reverse it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we lower that down. Of course, to the other side we go. So let's shift our position. And then reposition yourself so that the shoulders are right over the forearm. My hips are flat here, so my knees are bent and my toes are kind of pointed behind me. And we're going to lift up again. 10, 9, slide that shoulder down. 8, feel your abs strong. 7, 6, 5, 4. If you need more support, I didn't mention this before, but you can have your hand down and push into both arms. Good. I think this is our last one. Now we add that kick to it. So we lift up and we kick that leg and then we bring it back in. You should feel into that hip and outer thigh there. Breathe it out. Breathe it in. If you're feeling you need a little extra cushion, grab that cushion so you can place it under the forearm or the knee, wherever you're feeling it. Let's go for 5 more. 4 more. Good. 3 more. 2 more. Good. We have 1 more time. We're going to hold that leg up, and now we lift and lower. We have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We're going to hold the leg up. Stay here. Circle it out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Reverse it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. It is burning. 4, 3, 2, 1. And bring that in and down. Take a moment if you need it. Do a little figure 4 stretch. Crossing the ankle at the knee and then just opening that hip up. My left hip is killing me. So tight. And then do that on both sides. My right hip is much better than my left one is. Oh. When you've done those stretches, grab your couch cushion. This is mine. We're going to be on our stomachs here on the cushion. So place those hips and kind of the stomach area over the cushion. And now with your arms, for more support, you can have your hands so that your arms are crossing, your hands are at the shoulders. For a little more challenge, hands come behind the head. We're going to lower and lift here. Breathe it out. Breathe out. I have my legs externally rotated here, so they shouldn't be feeling any stress. We have 4 and 3, 2 and 1. Now we're going to add a little mobility of the spine. I'm going to rotate and reach those fingers toward the toes and lower down. Rotate, reach toward the toes. So I'm alternating between it, trying to see my shoulders, see my fingers. If this is bothering you, if it hurts into that low back, you want to maybe take a break here, do a child's pose stretch, or limit your range if you're feeling just a little bit of tension and you want to stay away from that. We're going to do 2 more, both sides, 1 more. Last time each side. Then lower everything down. Pull back into your child's pose. Feel free to keep your couch cushion and give yourself just a little bit more range and stretch across the shoulders. Hopefully you felt kind of that extension and activation through that upper back here. Moving on, we'll do some more abdominal work. Can't get enough abs in Pilates, you know what I mean? Here, lying down back onto our backs. Feel free to have your knees either bent or totally straight. We're going to do a roll up here. So those arms reaching overhead behind us, then lift up toward the sky. Breathe it out, exhale. Roll all the way up. You're going to reach those fingers to the toes. Hold here for just a moment. Stretch the spine, relax the shoulders, and then sit up nice and tall before you then roll all the way back down. And repeat that twice more. Inhale as we come up. Exhale, we're peeling the spine off of the mat. We're reaching forward to the toes. Flex those feet a little bit. Sit up nice and tall. and lower down. Feel the engagement through the abs here. Feel the way the joints of the body are moving together to create this whole movement. Then up, and we go all the way back down. Here we'll bend into our knees. We're going to roll up just as we were doing before and stay up this time. We'll reach over our knees here, and then this time our hands are going to come behind our head, and we're going to sit up nice and tall. So we roll back this time halfway. Now if you need more support, put that couch cushion right here. Then dive forward over the knees and sit up nice and tall. Round it back. Find that C curve, feel your abs. Reach that head up and over toward the knees, toward the shins, and sit up nice and tall. 2 more like this. Breathing it out. Inhale, stay here. Then exhale, dive forward. Inhale, tall, 1 more time. Exhale. We hold for an inhale. This gives us more core challenge. We dive forward and sit up nice and tall. Now this time we're going to round back. We'll bring our arms in front of us. We're going to rotate side to side. Now if you would like to, grab those weights for more challenge. You're holding the weights in your hands as you rotate. We're going for 4 more. 3, 2, 1. And we're going to lower everything down. Hug those knees in. You can keep your weights if you'd like to. From here, we're going to try to do a roll up. So we draw that chin toward the chest. We peel the spine up and we roll ourselves forward to our tabletop C curve position. You have your weights in your hands or you can put them off to the floor. You decide. Then we roll back down. Those weights are always toward our knees, so we're not feeling them pull into our back or neck. And then we roll back down. Now, if you've got some issues rolling through the spine, then maybe not rolling is the best option for you. And this is what you can do instead, is lift through the head, neck, and shoulders. Trying to keep those legs in tabletop the entire time. So we're building that core strength as well as that stability. Let's go 2 more. Bringing it up and down each time. 1 more time. We're going to hold up. Take it out. Bring it back in. Breathe it out. We have 6. 5, 4, 3, 2 more. Last one. And we bring it in and relax. Good. Now you can keep your weights with you if you'd like. We're going to lie down fully onto our backs into our bridge position. So you'll use 1 weight at a time for this, and if you want, you can hold both of your weights in 1 hand for just a little bit more challenge. Here we have our feet just a few inches apart, knees are pointing straight up toward the sky. We peel the pelvis up to our bridge position and we lower back down. Now as you're lifting and lowering through the hips, you're going to lift and lower through the arm. Finding that stability as one side is weighted and one side is not. We'll do 2 more before we switch the arms. Good. Now before we do our switch, we're going to come up and do a little pulse and press. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. You can mirror with that other arm if you'd like. 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower everything down. We switch our weights to the other side and we do that same thing. We're going to peel up and lift up and then we lower back down. We're doing 5 of these, peeling through it. We have 3 more. Try to pull that weight into your feet. 2. And then one more time, we hold here, and this is where we do that small little pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, fill those hamstrings, 2, and 1, and then lower everything down. Lovely. We're going to continue working in this bridge position. I just have one weight in each hand. Lift your leg up. I've got my left leg up. Doesn't matter, just as long as you've got a leg in the sky. Now you can bend into that knee just a little bit more. You can come all the way to your tabletop position. It's up to you. Both hands, you're going to press up and back down. Nice, everyone. We're going to hold this 5th one up and open and close the arms. I have to bend my elbows just a little bit because the wall is here, but you could keep the arms straight the whole time. We're stabilizing through the leg, building our endurance. We have 4, 3. You can do this without the weights. 2, and 1. The leg comes down, the hips and arms come down, and then we switch to the other side. So we're lifting and lowering through the arms and the leg, right? Could I lift and lower with our straight arms? I can't even remember now. Whatever works for you, my friends. You can try multiple things. We lift and hold on that 5th one, and then little pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Both legs are down, and the arms lower down as well as the hips. Stretch those legs out. Take a moment. Feel the hamstrings active and stretched, and we'll roll ourselves up from here. We're going to do a little bit of a mini push-up. You will not need your weights for this next one. If you need a little extra cushion for your knees, grab it. Otherwise, we start in an all-4s position, and you'll see that my shoulders are directly over my wrists here. Now you're going to hug your elbows into the body as you lower your body down, and then press it back straight. Filling your tricep muscles as you go. Breathe it in, then exhale. Press it away. As you exhale, engage your core just a little bit more. Now we're going to hold down and do a little pulse. 5, 4, 3. Slide the shoulders down. 2, and 1, and press it all the way straight. Good. Now we're going to go a little bit wider through the arms. And again, we're going to do that same action. So notice that my hips remain over my knees here. Building up that strength, focusing in to the pecs, the biceps. Good, now this next time we're going to hold down halfway and pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And stretch it all the way straight. Now you can go to a half or full push-up. We're going to do that same series again. So again, we come back with those elbows close to the side of the body. We lower down and we lift up. Breathe it in, breathe it out. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. Then we hold down, we pulse it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we press it all the way up. Woo-hoo. Then we go wide. So we're going just a wider stance, more into that pec, less into the tricep. And again, we lower and lift. 5, 4, inhale down, exhale up. 3, 2, 1. We're going to take it down, hold it down, and pulse it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push that up, pull the hips back, child's pose, stretch it out. Come to a seated position. Those bottoms of the feet together, knees kind of dropping out wide. And let's do just a nice big long stretch up and over. Breathe into that. And then other direction. And one last stretch to the center. Release the head. Shake it, nod it, release it. And roll yourselves all the way up. All right, excellent work. I'm glad you could join me today. Please let me know if you have any questions or comments. And I look forward to seeing you again. Bye, guys.